Welcome back to Aaron's Daily Thoughts. Today's subject is emotions aren't bad. A while ago, I released an episode where I talked about how if you smile in any situation, then you can be happy. I stand true to everything I said in that video. However, I'd like to add something to it. Yes, it is important to be positive. It's important to see the bright side of things and to choose to smile when you want to be happy. But at the same time, it's okay to feel negative emotions. Emotions aren't bad as long as you don't let them dwell in your heart. As long as you don't keep them there and feed them, then they're not a bad thing. Something amazing happens when you feel a negative emotion and you just accept it the way it is. Instead of trying to suppress it and put on a happy face, instead of just trying to push it down and pretend like you're still happy in front of other people, just let it flow through you. Accept the emotion the way it is. When you feel an emotion, say, okay, whatever it is. If it's anger, I'll say, okay, this is anger. I can feel this. And then let it flow through you. Scientists say it takes an emotion 90 seconds to filter through your entire body. 90 seconds, that's only a minute and a half. So that means that when you feel an emotion, if you just accept it and let it flow through you, it will change in 90 seconds. And after that, you will actually feel better. You will actually feel better than you did before you even experienced the emotion because it flowed through you, because you experienced that shift. Life is boring without variety. If everyone was always happy no matter what, all of the time, it would be kind of weird, to be perfectly honest. I mean, if someone was getting hurt, if someone was dying, it would be weird for them to be happy. Now, I mean, maybe they're looking forward to dying, but that's not what I'm talking about. Anyway, my point is just let emotions flow through you, because when you suppress them, when you try to change them, when you try to manually do the changing instead of letting your body use its natural processes, then it hurts you even more. Another thing that can hurt you is if you experience a negative emotion and then you feed it. So you experience that emotion, you feel it, let's say it's fear, you feel that fear, and then you start thinking about every single thing that could make you afraid. And then you feed that negative emotion. Instead of letting it flow through you, you let it linger there. You let it stay in your heart by feeding it, by giving it the ability to keep growing, and pretty soon you get even more and more afraid. Let the emotion flow through you. The best way to do that is when you feel an emotion, just be aware of it. Tell yourself. You can physically say it out loud, unless you're in a public place. You can just say it in your mind. Just say, this is fear, or this is sadness, or this is anger, whatever emotion you're experiencing. Just say, this is that. And let it flow through you. Feel the emotion and live in the moment. And I promise you, it will be gone within 90 seconds. I've tried this in my own life. It's amazing. This is the best way to become happy. Not to pretend that you're always happy, but to let your body naturally get back to being happy. Your body likes to be happy, but it's the hard times that make it appreciate being happy even more. One more thing. Think about movies. Movies are interesting because they have a climax, because they have conflict. If a movie never had any conflict and everything was just always happy all of the time, it would be boring. If there was no problem, you wouldn't appreciate the ending. You wouldn't appreciate getting back to the life they had before, or even a new life. and having learned something. You wouldn't appreciate it because they wouldn't have gone through that struggle. It's the hard things that make us appreciate the good. There has to be opposition in all things. We as humans need variety in our lives, in everything we do. So it is okay to experience negative emotions. But the most important thing you can do with those emotions is let them flow through you. Accept them for what they are and feel them. Truly experience those emotions instead of trying to suppress them. And I promise you, it will change your life. That's all I have for today. See ya.